Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be giving a speech on the benefits of sustainable landscaping. So for the past 100 years, American lawns have been an important social and status symbol. However, with the rise of climate change, many Americans have felt the need to reduce maintenance and to let their lawns degrade in order to save water and to protect the environment. Sustainable landscaping provides an option to let us keep both our lawns and our reduced environmental impact. Used on both commercial and residential landscapes, sustainable landscaping keeps our pretty lawns with as little impact as the environment as possible. Although this sounds expensive and laborious, there's actually a lot of ways to do this really easily and inexpensively. Today, I'm going to talk about the benefits as well as ways we can improve our own lawns through sustainable landscaping techniques. So, what is sustainable landscaping? The American Society of Landscape Architects says that sustainable landscaping is responsive to the environment, regenerative, and can actively contribute to the development of healthy communities. Sustainable landscaping can create more natural environments, it can reduce our water usage, it can reduce the amount of chemicals and pollutants that we put into both our lawns and environments, as well as the larger world-scale watersheds. And it requires minimal chemicals and maintenance to keep lawns looking healthy and fresh. So some real-world use cases in the Bay Area include the California Academy of Sciences. They've planted a sustainable landscape on their roof, which uses 100% native plants and vegetations, as well as uses 100% of the rainwater that gets recycled back into both that and the surrounding park, instead of going into the surrounding San Francisco watershed. A different one in Oakland is a Diamond Park. It's a small park in a neighborhood that was part of a rehabilitation project in the 90s, and it includes now over 70 native plants, and birds, insects, and other animals now thrive there when they couldn't when it was part of the previous landscaping. So these are both larger scale environments, but I'm going to go over some ways that you can make maybe your lawn or garden more sustainable as well. First one is one of the most impactful, and that is plant selection. So planting native plants native to the Bay Area or wherever you live can have one of the biggest impacts on our overall environmental impacts. So planting native plants that grow well in this environment and have been here for hundreds of years save water, they require less chemicals and maintenance because they're used to this climate, and they make landscapes more resilient to natural conditions, again, because they've been here for hundreds of years. Easy way to check if you don't know if a plant is native is to look at the little tags. They usually give information of where the plant originated from and what conditions or other things it needs to grow well. Another important part of any landscape is water usage. So water conservation is one of the most potentially wasteful parts of a non-sustainable landscape. And again, native plants and soil consume less water, and so they're typically better for making a sustainable landscape. Other uses or ways to save water include our irrigation systems. So using drip irrigation, like these tubes here, instead of spraying it with the hose or sprinklers is one of the best ways to save water while giving the plants the same benefits. Reusing storm irrigation, maybe putting like a bin or a tub to collect storm water, or planting plants that need low water and can survive just with rainwater is one of the most environmentally conscious ways of reducing waste. Lastly, preventing pollution. So native plants don't require fertilizer, which is a big selling point of using those. So you can see in this chart here from a study done with over 4,000 responses, almost 1/3 of people who use chemicals and fertilizers use chemical and non-biodegradable ones. And this is a problem because those chemicals eventually get their way into streams, creeks, rivers, and damage much more than just our lawns. If pesticides are needed, we recommend using environmentally friendly ones, so biodegradable ones that won't impact the environment. These will have largely the same effects as chemical pesticides and fertilizers, but without as many of the negative environmental things. However, using none is the best option. So you can help keep plants naturally healthy by giving them the proper sunlight. Again, going back to those tags on that comes with most of them, you can look and see how much sunlight they need, how much shade they need, how much water. trying to stick as close to those as possible will require the minimum amount of fertilizer and other pesticides to help keep those plants healthy, as well as the correct plant density, so not over or under planting. This gives the plants the best possible chance of surviving naturally on their own and requiring minimal environmental impact. So as you can see, sustainable landscaping can be done in many ways and has many improvements to traditional landscaping as well as to the surrounding environment. Climate change is more and more important every day, and anything that we can do, even small things like a lawn or a garden, to impact and reduce our environmental impact will save not only our own lawns and our own climate, but the climate for future generations.